Doctor is a nonprofit organization that raises money to pay the medical expenses for sick or injured animals.
We list the pet on our website and ask the general public to make donations towards the animal's care. The general idea behind crowdfunding being a lot of people donate a small amount and we end up with a good result. By focusing solely on pets, we are only paying the veterinarian. So all of the money that comes in as a donation is held by us and then paid to the vet when the animal receives treatment. And we also verify the case beforehand and we follow up afterwards. So this process allows a person who's donating to have the confidence that their donation is going to the actual thing they've donated for the care of this animal.
I'm the owner of the Shabby Dog, and we do daycare, boarding, grooming here, and we're also in the rescue business. And Free Animal Doctor's corporate office is pretty much across the street from us. I love what Sam and Ryan have created here, and so much so that I have actually joined the board of Free Animal Doctor.
The hike itself is pretty simple. We go to Runyon Canyon, a city park in Los Angeles, in Hollywood, between sort of Hollywood and going up to Mulholland Drive. And we walk the dogs up into the canyon, up to the top, and then we come back down. It's about a 2-mile hike, great views of the city, nice outdoor event, and great exercise for the animals.
The idea for the Runyon Canyon hike came from Airbnb. Well, actually, it's a collaboration between Airbnb and Free Animal Doctor. Airbnb was looking for experiences unique to Los Angeles and reached out to a number of people or individuals, organizations, to come up with some experiences. We were one of those people. We discussed this, back and forth with Airbnb, and I think collectively we came up with the idea to hike Runyon Canyon.
Airbnb, through their social impact experience program, doesn't take a single dime. So all the money that people pay to go on the experience gets passed through to us. A lot of these dogs have abuse conditions, neglect, other histories like that, and getting these dogs out into the open and with people who they're not familiar with, hiking them, feeding them, we give them snacks and stuff on the trip. All of that, they really do have a direct experience with the animals and with helping improve their condition and their socialization.
Shabby Dog is where we house all of the rescues that Free Animal Doctor has helped with surgery. And even though we're cage-free, there's nothing like getting these dogs out to exercise them, socialize them, have them be around other dogs and people, which helps them in their behavior so that they become obviously much more adoptable.
There are two parts to this, two parts to the answer. My favorite parts of the Runyon Canyon hikes are the people, number one. Most of the people that are on the hikes are either international visitors to Los Angeles or out of the state of California. And it's always interesting to talk to them and their backgrounds. And they're always impressed and curious about what Free Animal Doctor does and how it goes about doing what it does. So by the end of the hike, we've all become somewhat friends. The other thing about the hikes that I like as much or more is my four-legged friends get to socialize and exercise. Most of these animals have been abused or either physically or emotionally. They've been in kennels, and this is an opportunity for them to get out, do what dogs do, run up and down a hill and enjoy the day. And it's amazing to see these dogs that come out with tails between their legs, and by the end of the hike, the tails are sticking straight up, and they're meeting and spending time with people they just met. So it's just a great experience for not only the humans, but the dogs.
My favorite part of the Fat Hike is right when we get to the top and we go and see the Hollywood sign. And the reason for that, we've gotten to the top of the hill, so the hardest part or the most strenuous part of the hike is over. I tell everybody, hey, this is the last water fountain and you've made it to the top, and now we're gonna go do the fun stuff. So everybody's in a good mood. The dogs are usually pretty happy as well. They know that snacks are coming up. That's something we do shortly after. And we walk over to where there's this little flat outcropping, and you just have this fantastic view across the Cahuenga Pass to the Hollywood sign. We have a lot of fun taking the pictures of the sign. We encourage people to like hold a dog or have a dog, at their knee. Obviously, if it's a 100-pound German Shepherd, they're not going to hold it, holding the smaller dogs. And we take photos of them with the sign in the background. People get fun photos. The dogs are loving it. They like getting picked up and played with and whatever. They know snacks are coming. And so it's just a real sort of fun time. These are a social impact experience, and the social impact that the participants have, what they do for the dogs, is summed up in 3 words.
The point of this hike for the dogs is to exercise, socialize, and publicize.
Exercising the dogs, generally speaking, we're walking up Runyon Canyon and back down. It's a great day out for these dogs, many of which are staying in a kennel or in foster homes where they have a lot of different dogs. So just generally speaking, dogs love it. They love to get out, they love to hike, they love to be out in nature. Specifically speaking, we often have dogs, like we had a dog named Hans, who need exercise because of medical procedures they've had. Hans had a type of knee surgery, and after a certain period of recovery, the second stage or a later stage of that recovery is to really strenuously exercise that knee and build up the muscle in there. And so a hike like this provides that opportunity for him to really get that activity that he needs. So socialize. These dogs that we get often are coming from animal shelters, or they've been found stray. The rescues that work with us, much the same. Sometimes we know they've come from neglectful or abusive situations. These dogs need to be socialized or re-socialized, and the hike provides a great opportunity for that. And really the participants help in a way that we can't do ourselves. We need people the dogs don't know to take them, walk them, feed them, give them water, pet them, pick them up, do all of that stuff so that they can get used to dealing with people either for the first time or again. We had a dog named Mona. When she came in, she had been abused. She came out of the animal shelter. You couldn't touch her. You certainly couldn't pick her up. At one point, we even discussed that we probably would have to hire a trainer to work with her. I mean, she was so antisocial. She was scared to death of people. She would hide. If you tried to interact with her, she would fight back. She would bite, all of that stuff. And, it didn't happen in the first hike, but slowly over time, I would say by the 5th or 6th time she participated, she was 180 degrees better. And now, if you met her, you would think she had never, had any bad experience. She will go up to strangers. She will let them pet her. She will let strangers pick her up. She'll roll over, let her belly be rubbed. She jumps up on people. She's a normal dog. The last thing is publicize. And publicize also is really provided by the participants. We want the participants to take lots of photos with the dogs, and share those on social media, share them with their friends, all of that sort of thing. One, to just generally spread the word about what we're doing, of course, but specifically, we have dogs that need to be adopted, and we want people to spread the word. We had a couple that went on the hike. They're from Texas. They had a great time, fell in love with the dog we had, Jeffrey, and they went back to Texas and they kept in touch with us. They just decided they wanted to adopt Jeffrey. We managed to get Jeffrey sent to them in Texas. So that's where we see the publicizing of these dogs really has a positive direct impact as well, getting them adopted. Exercise, socialize, publicize. That's the social impact that the participants have on the hike. They take these dogs out, they get them exercise, that helps re-socialize them or socialize them for the first time. And then doing all of that, we're taking photos, we're taking videos, the participants are doing it themselves, sharing it on their social media, and we're getting the word out about these dogs.